It's amazing the amount of growth that we've experienced in just a few short weeks. It is totally incredible. Here's a view from the steps of that backyard park that we have that's kind of circular. And things are growing really at an exponential rate. And the columbines are blooming, and the peonies started blooming, and then they got really, the wind and the rain did a number on them, and I've trimmed off all the bent over ones, but they're blooming. It's really nice out here. And there's going to be a lot more things. When the lilies and feverfew start, it's going to be pretty neat. Let's take a look. I have lots of things in pots and urns, vegetables and herbs, which I'm really delighted about. Here's a nice little rose. It's never done very well, but I've thought about replacing it over and over again, but I still like it. So right now, as far as I'm concerned, it could stay. But as the years have changed, as much as I've trimmed the cherry tree, it keeps growing and it shades this area. So my garden has kind of changed a little bit in certain ways. Here's my squash and my calla lilies. So I'm starting to get some really tiny little squashlets. Yep, you'll be able to see them down there. So they're doing good. And here's my white sage and sweetgrass. I'm a little excited about that. And here's more pots of plants, and you know, things are growing. The avocado's doing great. The oleander is doing great. The Norfolk pine's doing great. And this tree is doing great, except I can't never remember what it is, whether it's an ash or something. Anyway, let's take a look at the vegetable garden. We got some wood sorrel down here. I like it, so I leave it. I like the way it looks. Some people just pull it out. Here's a really neat geranium with a beautiful flower. Here's a really beautiful iris that's blooming, and it's very fragrant. Wish you could smell it right now. You can see that the vines have grown quite a bit. I'm going to trim them at the top. The currants are swelling. They haven't ripened yet. They're still green. I planted some coleus down here that I saved from last year, and they're doing pretty good. They should fill in this spot quite nicely. The dogwood's gone to fruiting. When the fruits are ripe, the robins will love it. Here we have another cherry tomato, basil, and cucumbers, and there's some melons back there. They'll climb up the trellis. I've got the lovage. I've got garlic for days. I've got some green peppers and dill and pineapple sage. We got everything here. Mint and catnip and lavender. And I know it looks like rather confusing right now, but I will be harvesting the garlic, and there'll be a lot more room. And then the garden will take another look, and you know it'll change. It's a very small spot, so I tend to grow it as a community that's a little looser. Here we have some anise hyssop, which I just adore. My new sage, I love her. Here we have more anise hyssop and some catnip and another tomato that I've snuck in down here. Here's the owl, guardian of the garden. Got some green beans coming up down there. I'm hoping they really take off in the heat and go up these trellises I've made. So things are pretty good. We're happy, and I just thought I'd make a little video of the garden. I am going to make something a little fancier soon with music and everything, but right now this is what I'm doing. Listen, y'all take care, have a blessed day, and be a blessing for others. Mitakoye oyasin, namaste.